Well, hello friends from Starry Hilder's off-grid backyard. I'm out here playing with the dogs. Yep, Starry's playing again. And this is kind of what I do sometimes off the grid. I have fun. And I play hooky from the homestead. So I'm up here in my backyard, actually. And I thought I'd whip out the camera because yesterday was inauguration day for Trump. And I actually had a doctor's appointment today, so I had a chance to listen to the radio, which I usually never get to do. And I will tell you, friends, I don't know, if you listen to the radio or you have a TV, I don't know how you friends can stand it. I don't know how you can stand it. How can they stand it? I don't know. The one thing I will say is that the media is so slanted and so distorted. If you really are trusting in the media to deliver information that is unbiased, well, forget about that. Because even with this inauguration, I see what they like to focus on. You know, basically, they're setting up an environment that is going to create unrest. I mean, I don't know. Is that their plan? They want civil unrest. They want to perpetuate this whole Trump thing that Trump, yeah, he won, but we don't care about that. He's going to be dangerous for our country, and there's people who they're not even praying for him in the churches anymore because they can't say his name, like he's Satan. I'm listening to this stuff and I'm thinking, really? This is what the news outlets are reporting on Trump, how churches aren't praying for Donald Trump. They won't allow his name to even be spoken in their churches because they're afraid it's going to send the church into chaos. And there's people who are being hospitalized because Trump got elected. Look at all the Hollywood stars. Well, they've probably been hospitalized before Trump anyway for drug addiction or too much liposuction or Botox or who knows. I mean, come on. You know, our whole media system is becoming a National Enquirer. It really is. It's just ridiculous. And on the day when we are exchanging hands of power between Obama and Trump, you would think that the United States, remember what the word united means? The United States of America, that we would at least come together for one occasion and put on a presentable face to who? To who? The enemies who are watching us. Hello? Have we forgotten that we are probably one of the most hated countries in the world? Think about that. There's a lot of people that don't like us. You know, we're not really popular. Are we? Am I missing something? And when they watch us and they see all the unrest in our country and the politicians fighting and the gap between the left and the right getting so huge, it's just ridiculous, the crack that goes between the left and the right. And you know, it's a crack that is not just affecting, obviously, the government and the workings of the governments, but people in general, families. You can't talk about politics at work anymore because, you know, someone may turn you in or backstab you or hate your guts. Family members turning against family members because you're not of the right political party. You know, Jesus Christ made it so simple. All we're supposed to do is love our enemies and love each other as we love ourselves. We all love ourselves, don't we? Oh, we love ourselves. Of course we love ourselves. We're obsessed with ourselves in this country. Look at all the selfies we take. We think we're not obsessed, and we can't find it in our hearts to treat each other equally and with love. It's pretty sad. It is pretty sad. So I'm just posting this video because I'm calling it, I think I'm going to call it, will Trump be assassinated? Because, you know, that's the climate that the media is perpetuating. Do they want our president to be assassinated? Is that what they're hoping for? You know, we're getting to a place in time now that, friends, I'm going to tell you, and we've been preaching this for a long time, but if you're not prepared, if you don't have a pantry that's full of food, if you don't have a water source, if you're not debt-free yet, you got to start paying attention to this stuff because we're not coming together. We're not coming together. We see this. And you know what? The president is not going to save us. I don't care who got elected or who didn't get elected, who's in the White House. That man is not going to save our country. There's no man that's going to save our country. Only God, if it's his plan, is going to save the country. Oh, and I may get a lot of comments for that. And a lot of people will say, Starry, wake up. Trump's the best thing for the country, or he's the worst thing for the country. I don't want to hear that anymore. I want people to recognize that God is in control and that we need to start loving each other. This is the great thing about my channel. I love my channel. Why? Because it has been proven over and over again that people who watch my videos, they really get it. They are loving people. They're positive people. They come here because everybody is loved here. Everybody's accepted here. It's a channel where you're not going to be judged, and I advocate that because that's what Christ advocates. Love the sinner. Don't love the sin. We're all sinners. I'm a big sinner, but right? Love the sinner, and we're all sinners. If you're not a sinner, then you got issues because we're all sinners. But really, this is serious. We need to come together. And when families and employees and employers and people are just cracking at the seams over Trump, and they're cracking at the seams over a political indifference, we've got to just let it go, because the enemy isn't within. It's not within. It's outside. But what we're doing is we're rotting our insides from all of this. The lies, the deception, the corruption, the division. And it all starts right here on our own soil. We don't need enemies when we're making our own enemies. So this is just kind of a Starry help.